I drew a 200-page manga in 150 days, and in this video, I'm going to tell you guys how I did it and how you can too. Now, throughout this video, you're going to see the emotional ups and downs of creating, while also learning the tips and tricks that I implemented in order to successfully publish my book in 150 days. Now, typically in Japan, manga is published in a weekly magazine format like Shonen Jump, which houses popular titles like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Demon Slayer, and more. The process of drawing a manga page goes as follows: storyboarding and main art. For me, the process is basically the same, just a bit more clear. I storyboard my chapters based on the outline of my manga story. Once I am finished with the storyboards, I then go into ink work, then grayscale, and then lettering the book. For a mangaka doing this full time and producing a new chapter weekly, they would spend around 2 to 3 days for the storyboards and 3 to 4 days on the actual art, which means that in those 3 to 4 days, they are drawing around 4 to 5 pages a day. This is very different than in the comic book world, which typically has artists producing 1 page a day. Now, if you've done the math so far based off of the title of this video, in order for me to have drawn 200 pages in 150 days, I would have to average 1.33 pages a day. What you'll find out later in this video is that that wasn't the case, and sometimes I was doing 2 to 3 pages per day, which would cause me much pain and suffering. The first tip I want to share is this. Before you embark on a journey like this, you need to foresee the obstacles that come in your way. For me, my obstacles are always going to be my personal life. I have a wife and 2 kids, and at the time of me making this book, my wife was pregnant. As well as having a family who I love and support, I also have a full-time job from 8 to 5 every single day and an hour lunch break. So already the majority of my day is going to be going to my day job and my personal life. I'm sure that your situation is the same as mine. You too probably have a day job you go to and personal relationships that you need to be part of. So how do you find the time to create? For me, I realized that there were only 2 ways that I could succeed. I could either wake up super early in the morning and draw, or stay up super late and deal with my tired self in the morning. I'll say this right now, that I chose option number 2. However, there were many days where I did both. Each person is going to have different circumstances, and it is going to be up to you to figure out which one works best for you. This brings me to my next tip, which is create a system of creation that is efficient so that you can get the most work done. Now that I know the schedule of when I'm drawing, I now need to start making this book. Because this was volume 2 of my series, I had already spent the necessary prep time of world and character building, as well as outlining my story. I knew that my book had 14 chapters with a minimum of 12 pages per chapter. With my outline for my story ready, it was time for me to start drawing. This is my typical process that I do on every chapter. Number 1, thumbnail the pages. Number 2, find all necessary reference photos and poses and pencil the pages roughly. Number 3, ink the page. Number 4, grayscale the chapters. Number 5, letter all the pages. And I did this for 14 chapters straight, and it would take me around 7 to 14 days to complete a single chapter. Now, this journey was not easy, and in fact, there was a lot of moments where I just wanted to give up. The problem was, I had given myself a launch date of September 2022, and I had already told my audience that this was when I was going to be releasing the book. So the pressures that I felt some nights were excruciating. In fact, one night I was trying to make a vlog video showcasing one of my process videos, and I was so stumped on the page, I left the camera recording, and well, this is what happened. What's up? I'm in the dojo right now, which is my basement. Trying to freaking figure out how to do this page right here. I'm really stuck. I've got like my outline right here, and I'm just trying to figure out like just the placements of all this stuff. I'm trying to figure out this thing for like an hour. It's just stupid. Maybe if I leave it on record, we'll see some magic happen. Raise your hand if you've ever felt this way. Being a writer and an artist is hard. In fact, just being a creative person is hard, both physically, mentally, and emotionally. Days on end, we're sitting on chairs, typing and drawing, hoping that at the end of the day, people will love the work that we've poured our hearts and soul into. But sometimes the pure joy of creation can be tainted by the weight of the work we have to do, and that breaks us down. This brings me to my next tip. Fail hard, but get up fast. The times that I had broke down the most was when I had come off the path that I had created for myself. You see, I had come up with a process and a schedule to follow in order to keep myself from burning out. But sometimes you can't plan on certain life events to happen. Because of these events, I was thrown off my schedule. I remember one week I didn't draw at all, and the only way to catch up was to draw 2 chapters in 1 week, which meant I was drawing 4 pages a day. I could have just thrown in the towel at this point, but I stayed determined in what I was doing and wasn't going to let this setback stop me. When I got to the final 2 chapters of this book, I'm not gonna lie, I was drained. You see, in this book, I have an 80-page fight scene that turned into a 90-page fight scene. I pushed myself so hard on these pages, and it took everything out of me. So when it was time to do those final 2 chapters, I really wanted to quit, but I couldn't. I was almost at the finish line, and I knew that if I had pressed on for 2 more weeks, I would have a completed volume of my manga series. So I promised myself that if I could get this book done in 2 weeks, I would give myself a night of video games and eat at my favorite burger place, Apollo Burger. And boy, oh boy, did it taste good. This is my final tip: reward yourself. And that's how I was able to draw my 200-page manga volume in 150 days. Now here are the key takeaways I want us to go back through one more time. Number 1, identify the personal obstacles that are going to be in your way. Number 2, create a system that will keep you working efficiently. Number 3, fall hard but get up fast. And number 4, reward yourself. So that's the story of how I drew my manga in 150 days. Guys, if you are watching this right now and it's 2022, link in the description, you can actually get this story right now on Kickstarter. This is currently my most funded project ever. This would mean the world to me if you clicked on that link and you supported the book. You bought yourself volume 1 and volume 2. This is an epic story, and I've only heard good things about it. Now, if you're watching this and it's not 2022, link in the description, you can get the book on my online store. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and this video right here is the trailer to The Girl with the Mega Fist, which is my ongoing series. Peace.